EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. Now Lance. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Tershawn Wharton able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And this returnable for Harris. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Throw left side, complete to Isabella. They find some open field here. Touchdown! For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
7, Buccaneers, nothing. Michael Dixon set to kickoff.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Now a play fake. Lance. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. Shifts by him, and he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
The Texans here on third down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Second down and 4. Back to the ground with ETN. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football. Here's Lance to throw it. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down. Shotgun now for Lance. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On second and very short, Lance escaping the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And the Texans force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And the Buccaneers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. And Lance's throw here into the hands of Moore. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
From just shy of midfield, Lance. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he's got this down to the 35.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Lance. able to get away. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
The Bucs on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. He'll get this off to Etienne. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And they'll go for it. Lance trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. 30, 10, and they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but if the ball's in the air, they treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. And Lance now to throw. Being chased out left. And it's a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that first down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the first down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
6 yards left on 2nd down. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. They'll roll him out right. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Here's Herbert. Buying time to his left. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Justin Herbert. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Texans will extend their lead. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure, and here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-0.
Buccaneers, nothing. Michael Dixon set to kick off.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Now left side on the swing pass. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
Lance looks to throw again. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Lance now on 1st down. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lance. He'll find Bateman once more. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. That's complete right around the 8. And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point.
And here's a diving catch made behind the line of scrimmage.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Herbert off of play action. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat. Play action. It's Herbert.
It's brought in by Harris. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down. Carlson able to put this one through. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now Etienne to start the drive. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But it looks like a Buccaneer was able to corral it. Yes, the Bucs have it. Tampa Bay keeps the possession.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. On 3rd down, Hines. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. Flushed out right. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps, to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown.
Touchdown, Texans! Noah Fant hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the third quarter from Tampa. Throwing now is Lance. He will find his man Chase complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Lance now on first down. And that is incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now when they're running.
And I think the ball's out, and the Texans scoop it.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw into the hands of Fant. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The Texans on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Gregory Rousseau able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it will be 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. On 2nd and 9. Lance. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and forever. Shotgun now for Lance. Under pressure, they got him again. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. They begin the drive with Hines. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Herbert now. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now here's Michael Dixon. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Now he dumps this off over the middle. Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And Lance now to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Lance. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. It got his man, complete. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. To throw, it's Lance. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Texans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They